Bill Sienkiewicz is an artist who started working in comic books around 1980, which is roughly when yours truly got
Hello, hello. How's everyone's morning today? It's just gonna go in. Just do a new game, probably. And here we go. Just needed to get a screenshot of Clara. New mother flipper. Okay. Pause it. Whatever. Doesn't matter if it's small. There we go. Just have a reference there. All right. Cool. Nice. All right. Let's go. It's getting quite dark. I turned off the sound. Oops. Let's turn it back on. Da, 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 da. Basically, I need to get back to just before we open the portal. Okay. Actually, here's where I want to save. No, I want to press the portal yet. Ready. Just save. I guess in this section, doors actually. I'm like playing like this area with no light. It's okay. Like you can barely see things. It's like hurts my eyes to do this, but like I can do it. Whereas I assume in the other areas it's like not possible. So I might have to tweak the game area. Because I think I did something in there to like have it really dark. That was back when I actually had the little kind of other colors. I gotta assume that's what it is. Let me just check. No. Full-time shadow. Bounces. Yeah, I guess it is just because they have like really no lights at all. Move this over here. Mic is very low. I can fix the mic. See, filters. Gain. That might be too much. But let's just check. It's a little bit on the higher side, I think. So maybe that's maybe a bit better. I think my voice is just a little groggy as well today. My streaming announcements not go off? It does go off. Yeah, it just took a little bit. Just takes a little bit sometimes. Which is good. Sweet. All right, and then so. Do I want to do anything about that, or do I care? Should there be like an ambient light? A little bit of one. I can. Like it wouldn't be hard to go create empty. Go. Create light, directional light, and have a light that has no shadows, but kind of like. I do it down. I guess I'd want to make it face like -90 or something. I guess 90. Kind of down, and then just make it like 0.05 density. Yeah, not that. I added one more there that I wanted. Something like that. So there's like a very faint kind of lighting. Even maybe like tinted a little blue so that it feels kind of just a very little blue. Yeah, so there's like something. The difference between this and that, right? It's actually pretty bright. Crazy, just like a small amount of light can do. I'll actually do like 2.5. I just want it to be really faint. But I do wonder if I go duplicate this, go like 180. that would be good as well. Probably need to do this in like all 6 directions now, though. I don't know why I do this to myself. I guess it's not the Y I'm rotating around, this way. And this one is this way. There we go. I got all 6 directions. Yeah, it should just give a little bit of light to everything. You can simulate that low light vision. All right, I'm gonna leave that. I guess I can actually go. Can go and test that pretty quickly. I'll just go do that. Alright, so now that I've saved here, if I go through, I will actually I can go back basically, and as long as I don't save in this new area, I'm fine. So yeah, there we go. That's, I think, okay. Gets super dark, but you can still kind of see things. It's maybe even a little bit high, but you can like barely see things. I think is all right. I wouldn't want it any higher though. I'm just gonna. The other one thing I want to check. Scene dither. Do I really like the pixelate, or do I like this? I actually think I do kind of like it without the pixelate. I think it just looks better. And then I can actually make this, I think, maybe like 95. Yeah, I think that's better. All right, what I'm just gonna do now, just go back for a second. Yeah, do you think it just kind of looks better if I just do that? The other thing though is yeah, this doesn't have the scene dither. I just maybe want to play around with. Does this not control it? No, it's probably only in the UI that it gets controlled. Alright. Yeah, because it would get overridden otherwise. Post-processing, so it's 98. Let's see. If I make that bigger, does it better? See if I make it too big. I don't know. I don't think it's that great, but just like making it 60. I'll leave it like 0.8 right now. Okay. Next load game. Just check what the upper world looks like. Since I've done that. Yeah, I think it looks fine. Yeah, okay. Cool. So, yeah, and things don't like get pixelated at all now. Yeah, that's just better, I think. All right. The one weirder thing though is like, I don't know why, so I should be able to check in Screen Manager. Color palette. If I move this down, like a lot down. Like somehow some of these are actually still getting changed. Which would imply to me that some sort of post-processing is affecting the UI. Just strange. Like the brightness levels? No. I don't think there's anything actually on the player. No. Yeah, I have no idea why that's doing that. Because logically, this is the color palette that the thing, you know, tweens between. So a color here should not be modified at all. To be fair, it is very little, or you can see it's like just the biggest dots, basically. But at least for most of them. It's just strange. Because it really shouldn't be that way. Okay, anyways. Let's stop wasting time and looking at that. Let's actually try to get something that I should be doing done. So, the thing that I should be doing is working on the end kind of cinematic-y thing. So that's what I'm going to try to start doing. The idea being, okay, so as soon as I turn this on, I'm going to inspect it, and then this is going to trigger a I don't know what it's supposed to trigger. Is it like, technically it's a dialogue, but I kind of want it to not look like a dialogue screen, like the dialogue screen, but I also need to have it take away my control. So the player would look over here, it would see that it was blown up, and then look over here, Flynn would say run, and then it would look back over here, and you'd be given the option to then go jump through the portal. Because or I guess you'd see this blow up, you would see the monster come up and roar, you would then quickly see Flynn say run, and then it kind of points you back over here. Now, maybe all of that is best to do in tweens, and I just kind of like custom write up something like that. Yeah, kind of like make a cinematic script or something with actions, and it could have look at actions over a certain amount of time, and then I would have to be able to play sounds and I guess do initiate actions basically. At specific intervals. That would probably work. Yeah, just make it something that can stop the player input and then do kind of initiate actions within a specific order and delays. That probably would work well enough. Anything that could go wrong with that? I think that works. Okay. I think that's going to be my direction. So I'm going to take this. All right. So we need to go here. So what'll make it is we go to scripts. Okay. Initiate system. We will make a great C# script. First person action sequence. And then so what I kind of want to do here is first make this a base initiate. No, you don't want to autocomplete here? That's cool. Just be annoying like that, I guess. And I don't know how to spell, so it not autocorrecting for me is kind of hard on my ability to write things. So let's just reopen this. It was reloading scripts. Okay. It's still loaded. This is why it's not doing anything. Let's give it a second. Let's give it a second to load. Drink my coffee. Still loading. Why does it take so long? So the thing really annoys me. Why is it? I think I know why it's doing this, but I'd like it to stop. Okay, I don't know. This is actually giving me answers. So implement abstract class. And we're going to go remove that. And here we go. So first most important thing, we're going to go screen manager dot pop, not comma, dot pop all above HUD. So just in case you like walk up to this thing, even though it's pretty much impossible because you have to interact with it, and I think you can only interact. No, you can interact when like technically I think you can still interact when the other with the code info screen is up, even though it wouldn't even give you the E, like it wouldn't show you, but you could. I'm pretty sure. So yeah. I'm just going to be safe though and pop all above the HUD. And then I'm going to go screen. Probably do need to get the HUD though, because I don't want it to be displaying certain things. So I don't know why it's hating that, but whatever. Okay. Input, enable mouse, false. Then what I want to do is probably have kind of a probably get like a line here. So we'll go like cinematic mode. And then we'll go private property. Oh, Kirby. You come to state your demands. What are they? He's left. So in cinematic equals new property bool default is false, say, and then send only. Okay. So false, send only in cinematic. Okay. And then what we'll just have is a oblique void set in cinematic, and we'll give that a bool. Yeah, that. Yeah. So underscore in cinematic dot value will equal in cinematic. Yes. Okay. And then I probably do need to go and say if in cinematic we're gonna go input manager dot add blocker flag. And I might make a new blocker flag for this. I think that makes sense. Yeah. So then it would be cinematic equals 32. And so we add that, and then else. I kind of want to, because of this though, I really would. Just want to make a public static void toggle or set blocker flag. So instead of having to do that if in there, I'm going to just make a method that then takes a bool. So if underscore is, oh no, underscore just is blocked, then we're going to go add flag, else we're going to go remove blocker flag flag. Yeah. Just need to wipe my beard. Got coffee all in it. Yeah. Okay. Add blocker flag, remove blocker flag. And so then I can just take that, and I can just, instead of having to do it here, we just go set blocker flag, cinematic, in cinematic. And then we'll also go input manager dot enable mouse, and that'll be not in cinematic. Okay. So we have those two. Good and done. All right. So does this doesn't give me back? No. Okay. So we're going to pop all of the above, and then we're going to go screen manager dot get screen instance of HUD dot I'll cache it, I guess. Yeah. Underscore HUD dot set cinematic. I'm going to say true here. And then I'm trying to figure out is by default I can just have a bunch of initiate actions that I call, and then they have their own delays already in them. It's already like a function of initiates that they just have a delay. So I don't know if I need to actually have them have anything in here really. It just needs to call them, and then I guess I set a specific time for how long this thing takes, and then at the end, then that's when I turn this off. And then every other smaller piece kind of, I guess, just manages itself in a way. Just trying to think if that's gonna bite me later. It might be a little bit harder to manage, but I'm not managing like a ton of things. I say that, but at least I don't think it's gonna be a ton of things. So it'll just be a couple things that I have to manage going back, and they'll each have their own little timelines. You're just gonna set them and then adjust them like that. Obviously, it'd be nicer if there was like a timeline or something like that, but spending the time to make a timeline system that displays all this stuff and you can plot them along the lines and everything, I think was just going to take way longer than would be necessary. So I'm just going to go with that. So what this is going to do, I could make this a base initiator, but I guess it is basically a base initiator. Because the base initiator just has skippable and invisible actions, but I mean it's basically the same thing, right? I don't know if this should do anything if it's not. I guess if state equals because this right now is stateless. Yeah, I know. I think. But I think if it does not equal active, I'm gonna return. Actually, no, I'm not sure why. I'm thinking just this is just gonna get initiated no matter what. If you call this thing, it's gonna get initiated. I think that's basically what it's gonna do. So this, it would turn everything off. Then it would call the base initiate action type. So that'll call all of these, which I don't need necessarily them to be skippable, but I guess. I mean, how much is this really saving me? I could just make it here. Yeah, it'd be fine. So let's just call this a base initiate. To play. And I think only maybe inversible. If I go to this, what's the inverse? It just inverts the thing. That is kind of useful, maybe. All right, fine. I'll just do that then. So I'm not gonna. The base doesn't actually do anything. The execute. I guess with the action type. Okay. And then what we're gonna do is we have a timer that we're gonna have to play as well. This I think can just be private. I don't think it needs to be public. Just means we need to make this an underscore in front of it, and then another serialized field, private, float, underscore sequence length. Let's make it like 1 by default or something. And then we'll go an I enumerator here. And then wait. Then we're gonna go yield, return new wait for seconds of sequence length. And then we're gonna go and set HUD to basically be false. There we go. Yeah. That should be cool. That should be fine. Then we just need to actually call that coroutine. So we're gonna go start coroutine wait. And yeah, that's gonna be that part. And I'm gonna still have to make a bunch of smaller, like effectively animation things. It really does not like some of this stuff here. Probably because it's like not quite hooked up to Unity, probably. So the other thing I have to do before I even kind of start really making this, I want to go to character FPS. The fire truck's going by. So I do have this already, this look at function. Which should actually work quite well. The only problem with it is I do have a look duration, but I might want to be able to override that. So what I want to do is we'll have a float, look, duration, and it'll equal -1. And then right, okay, yeah. Let's just hide that for a second. Need to go to base character. Look at. Okay. And then we'll say if look direction equals -1. I'm gonna set look direction. So I probably will just make it if look direction is less than 0, or look duration is less than 0, then we're gonna set look duration to be equal to this one. And then we'll just use this one instead. So it'll be that in most cases, unless I specifically override it, which I think will give me the control I want. So we already have that functionality to look at something. I just need to make a initiate component so that I can then force it to look at something that I want. I think that should be okay. I want to check the other one, the other part. Play. I think I have a play sound. Yep, I do have a play sound, so that's gonna be good. The only other part I think is triggering like an animation. Because basically the not that part, this part. I basically need there to be an animation that plays, that shoots these out when I want them to. And basically, I guess this thing would have like a state machine to kind of manage that. Hey, Arch8 Kicker. Or Austin. Is it Austin? Why can't I say this? Was Ostentatious PC is her name on Discord. I'm gonna move this like maybe a little bit more over here. A little bit more over. Just want it less in the way of the staircase because it is kind of annoying just walking by it. But I do need it close enough that it makes sense that when it shoots up, it gets like stuck. But yeah. Do I want to make that animation now? Yeah, I probably should make that, and then I can piece all the pieces, all the things there. You're out of school earlier today, so I thought I'd watch the stream. Cool. How's your school going? You like still in high school, or are you like university? I can't remember. I would assume most schools are out by now, but maybe not where you're from. I guess universities would definitely be out by now. That's just like some summer like specific program. Okay. So I think I do want to make this like a prefab, maybe. Yeah. Well, this would have to have an animator. And I would need to create a new runtime animator component. So let's just, yeah, let's make a little section in the prefabs for this level objects. Yeah. And then I'm just going to create a folder for this. Hold opening. Okay. And then we're going to create a good high school. I need to pass my previous maths to get my higher maths, but I missed my math test last year, so I got to do those. I did 1 out of the 3, and I was supposed to do the last 2 after break time, but my teacher decided to not show up, so I just did karaoke in the hallway. Oh man, what it is to be a high schooler. That sounds like a fun time, but I mean, it sucks that you have to probably come back and do your test again, but just, I don't know, some karaoke in the hallway did sound like fun though. Okay, so then this guy, we throw that in there. We go apply to prefab. And then I should be able to go animation now. So yeah, we're gonna create a clip in here. Yeah, we're gonna go and call this Gummy baby. Oh god. Yeah. Okay. So I want to have one for just static. And then I want to create a new clip for blow up. If you really feel like it, you can send me it maybe on private message, I guess. These would not loop. At least this one would not loop. Okay, so blow up here. Right, so then blow up. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to add a property, and it's going to be controlling prop this one's transform dot I guess I'd have to add position. I'm gonna have to add both position and rotation. Transform and rotation. I'm gonna do the other one as well, but I kind of actually want to do the other one first, because that one I definitely know where it's going. The other one I'm less certain about. Okay, so so this is like a second. Oh wow, like you were like full on stage. I don't know if you want me to play that on stream, so I won't unless you tell me to, but I might look at it later. You want that to be played on stream. Okay. All right. It's just a short clip. Seems like someone, either your friend or someone right next to your friend was also really getting into that song. Okay, so the end position. So I want to set basically the end position first, and then I'm going to set the rotation after. So enable keyframes. Yeah, so I'm recording these changes. So what I want this thing to end up, can I actually select both of them and then have them both be recorded, or is that too much to ask? Might be too much to ask. Again, right? I'm just trying to get the end, and then I'll get the position better done afterwards. I guess it would be more like on an angle though. Like if it's on the staircase, like it would have some sort of a rotation that would be like a little angled. So maybe they'll like more like that. Basically, this is just a giant FU to the player saying like, no, you can't run away. And so it has to go boom. And so to get there, though, we probably want to set kind of like a midpoint. Probably even lower later. It'd probably be a little bit more later. That instead we're going to add keys. Both of these. I guess wherever this was at the time. Add key here too. And I'm going to just specify that it's actually higher up at this point, and maybe a little bit further back, so that what happens is it goes pew. It should probably rotate a few times. Yeah, so then the other thing. So I basically want this thing like constantly rotating while I'm in here. It should be probably local. So let's just kind of like rotate it. So, okay, maybe not that much. Okay, so maybe what I do then is I take this. I guess actually I don't need this key. I want to go duplicate this. And then I guess I can add a key back. But give like the first half a second, it's not going to get any rotation. And then it's going to start rotating, but I think I rotated it too much here. So let's just like do just a little bit here. And maybe it would go probably this way actually. So, whoop. And then I probably still need to keep it rotating. It rotates actually back right now. So we're gonna set this guy's rotation here. This point, right? To be, I guess, the other way around. So boom, flip, flip, flip. And then, yeah, so right now it flips the wrong way. So gotta go from here. We want to make another key on this thing. Key, make it the other way around. I'm probably still gonna have to change that last one because it's kind of like, yeah, it's gonna try to. So we'll edit the last rotation here. Basically, I think I need to just like inverse this on its Z. So if I go, say, minus 360, let's see what that does. No, it still doesn't. Damn. Okay. Why don't I delete that key first, and then we'll set this rotation now. Boom. Position, actually, I'm not super happy with where that's positioned now, though. So let's just maybe move it up. And then, boom. Sure. Boom. Okay. That seems all right there. And then now I guess to do the other one. I don't know if I really care where this one goes. It should just kind of feel natural compared to where the other one goes, I guess. So the other one's going out that way. I kind of feel like this one would kind of go. Maybe will this one go like forward? It could like fly past the player. You hate Morgan. Okay. You really stepping on the level. I'm gonna go someplace for food. I'll join back soon. In half past the next hour. Yeah, I'll go for another about hour and a half. We have Kirby here. He's just yeah. He heard the treat call. Hurry up! There we go. Whee. Whee. Ciao. See you in a bit. Probably fix that text so that it no longer says "be right back" when I do it, because I don't normally do it when it's. I guess I sometimes do it, but it normally just sits by the door and then waits for that sound to appear. Okay. All right. So this one at the end, I basically want to be setting it. We can set it like behind the player. 1 second, I'll do that for a second. We'll actually set this to be global for a second. So I just kind of want this to be moved over here. And we could even rotate it so that it like maybe is on its side here. It's kind of like more like that. Let's fully throw this on the ground here. Okay. So basically, this is going to have to somehow end up over there. Okay, and then we'll just do something similar where we add some keys here. I guess we'll do this one first. We'll just lift it up. We put it a little bit further back. Just see how that looks. Wee. That's actually not even too bad of a trajectory, especially considering you're not gonna see it because you're gonna be looking here. All right, kind of like right here, looking at this. So what we're gonna see is, boom. All right, so it's. You could actually make it slightly lower here so that you actually do see it for maybe a little longer. Let's see if we can lower it. So it kind of looks like it's like flying right past your face. Woo! Woo! Yeah. I like that. All right, see you later, winner. Bloom. Yeah, bloom. I like that. Okay. And then I don't know if I need to do any of the other stuff through animation. The rest can probably just, you know, be like that. I don't know if I can, because I'm gonna spawn in the monster. He's gonna roar at you. I'm gonna have to really control how he works in this particular state. But yeah, again, so it's gonna blow up. He's gonna walk up. He's gonna stand up. He's gonna roar. I'm gonna briefly look up at Flynn. He's gonna say run, and then it's gonna look out over here, and then it should give you control back, and then it should You can run, but at that point, like, I don't know, I'm gonna have to tweak the monsters. Like, by the time you look up, maybe you don't even look up at you see the roar, and then you, Flynn will say run while he's roaring, and then you look over here. Yeah, I don't think you really need to even look up at Flynn. I think you just need to do that. You'll hear the roar. Flynn will say run, and then you look here, portal. If you don't just immediately portal, you can, I don't know, run around here for a second if you want to, but you're probably just going to get hit. I probably will have to find a way to interact. Like, the thing is, like, you could probably die here if you're stupid and you just want to, like, sit in here and get killed. And so I'm going to have to now make her a death state for that. But, we'll see. Good morning, Polygon. How's it going? Thank you for eating a biscuit. I am creating my little cinematic here, where the monster shows up for the first time. So it's potentially a big moment. Cleaning your home and office, good stuff. Okay. So I've thrown this away. I think that's pretty much all I need on this animation, I think. And then what I want to do for this animator is create a state, empty, create a state, empty, new. Okay, so then this one is going to be static. Static. This is going to be default. Why are these all the way over here then? I was wondering where the default states were. Oh, okay, they're already in here. Okay, well, screw those then. Statics, yeah, statics the default. And then we're gonna make a transition to blow up. There's no exit time. It's gonna be instant. And the trigger here is gonna be, we need a trigger. So let's create a trigger. Start. Let's just go play. Whatever it is. And then we're gonna go play. Yeah. So that should then handle that whole shebang. Yeah. So now I have an animator on this thing that has this setup. All right. And then what I need now is a initiator script that will set a trigger, which I don't think I have. So I'm just going to create one. Set animation trigger. And then make space, initiate. Put extra class, please. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is have a serialized field, private animator, animator. Animator. And then actually I need to have a serialized field, private string, underscore trigger name. Okay. Dot set trigger. Okay. Yeah. Yep. 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 I think I'm happy with that. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay. And now what we're gonna do is on this thing, we're gonna go and slap. I guess I need to recompile before I place that guy on there. So let's do that. Just gotta wait for the minute. If I did ads, that'd probably be like the ideal time. It's just whenever I recompile, I was just like, oh, here's an ad because it's gonna take the amount of time of a recompile is probably about an ad. But anyways, I actually have an animator set bool. That's interesting. Set trigger. Why is this not showing up? Confused. What did I call this? Set. Set animation trigger. Oh, okay. So set animation trigger. There we go. Okay. Animator, and it was just play. Okay. Naming things is hard. Yeah, it is. It is definitely hard. All right. So then we have that. I guess ideally I'd really only want this to be played once. So let's just do that. I'll have to figure out the delay at some point. And probably to make my life a little easier, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an empty here. I'm going to call this cinematic. And I'm just making it empty here so that I can put it, drag it out, and it'll be roughly on the right spot. And then we can go. Oh no, did it not play? Why does it always do this to me? Here. Oh my god! There's been a jump scare. I totally didn't know that happened, and I was not paying attention. And I didn't just trigger it myself. Greetings, Sky Ninja. Sorry for the thing not working. I think I need to like just trigger it once in the beginning, because I think like after it gets triggered once, it works. But then I don't know why. First time it just doesn't want to do it. How you doing, Sky Ninja? Have you found any more poetry for me? It's been a while. Yeah, you see, there we go. Now it actually works. So I have the. Right. Yeah, not today. Okay. Right, so the cinematic is going to have this other script that I just recently made, first-person action sequence. So it's going to have a list of things I'm going to play. So whole opening is one of them, but I need to actually make the thing here. I'm going to go whole opening to initiate, and it's going to go set active. And sequence length 1. I'm gonna make the sequence is gonna have to be a lot longer, but I don't know how long. But we'll say 10 seconds for now. Probably not even 10 seconds, but say 6 seconds for now. This is only going to take 1 second, but it's going to have to happen at a delay. Because I think the idea will be that I'll start it, I will play a sound, and then you'll look over to it, then you'll see another, the explosion, and then you'll have another sound happens with that, and then the monster shows up. It's gone pretty good, Real Sky. On the playtest branch, not the demo branch of the game, I have released kind of like this intro that I'm working on right now. So this is kind of like the story intro of the game. All right, Kirby, you've been granted the privilege of treats by Sky Ninja. You gotta thank your benefactors by being cute and accepting treatos. You shake a paw. Good boy. Last treat. 10, 12. There we go. Thank you, Sky Ninja. Kirby appreciates it. Yeah, I've been working on this kind of story introduction to the game. So, you know, there's a dialogue system now. It kind of like actually narratively kind of introduces you to the game and the lore and all these other things. And just about doing the like kind of final cinematic before you kind of jump into the portal and then gonna get lost in the lab. That's kind of what I'm working on now. Okay, so there's gonna need to be a sound playing. Create empty initial sound. And so we're gonna go play sound, and then I need, oh, it already has an audio source that it adds on. Sweet. I don't know if I have like a good crashing sound. Ready? I guess it could be like the banging of the door. But I don't know if that's the greatest one. Right? Like, because like that's kind of different. Then what's this one? Right, yeah. Smash is like the closest I can maybe find to it. Unless in like my horror sounds I have something. Can't remember if this actually, it's like bone cracking, but no. Ambient sounds, creature sounds. Nope. Yes. Yeah, that's definitely too horror. Like just that's definitely a heartbeat, right? Like, yeah, I just looked at those ones. All right, for now, I think I'm just gonna have a sound, which I'm just gonna use the backslash sound. Then eventually I might try to find something else to put in there. Audio class, right? And then this mixer group is this SFX. All right, and then it's not gonna play on awake. It's not looping. Just playing a sound. Garby, I'm not giving you things just so you can bark. Yeah, I'll replace it later. It'll be fairly obvious to me every single time I play this thing that the sound still exists. It will be a 3D sound. And yeah, so then we go here. We're gonna add another one for the initial sound. Then go for there. Then I need another script that I have not made yet, which is to look over at something. Initiate system, initiators, create C# script, player, look at. Okay, this is gonna be another base. Sorry, I'm not sure if I said hello, but hello, Ronders. How are you doing? I thought I said hello, but I could have just been like brain thinking I said hello. So in case I didn't, hello. How's it going? All right, and then on initiate, so player, look at, and then this really only just has to have two little things in here. Or actually, it's three. So three variables that I need to specify. We go private transform to look at, I guess. And then copy paste. Look at upper bounds. And then actually, check one second. If I go to vector FPS, I want to actually do this bounds pivot. It's just used here, right? What I could do is I could actually allow this to be null. And if it is null, we're gonna go and just do a little bit of something else. So I don't know if I always want this to work. So bounds pivot equals, or in this case, if it does not equal null, I'm going to do something, but otherwise I'm gonna get FOV equals player camera FOV. So we're just gonna get the base player FOV, and then if we have a bounce pivot, we'll set FOV to be something different, but otherwise we're gonna keep the field of view, which will work for the dialogue, but for this specific case, if I don't really want to I don't want to change your FOV when you're looking around here, but this will be an optional field. Anyways, serialize field, private, not transform this time, float this time, and then not float range, just float. Just float. Yeah, thank you. This will be look look to duration. Okay, and then these should all have underscores to keep them consistent naming wise. Yeah. And then on initiate, we're going to go call base character dot character. It's not character, right? Character? Or is it player? I don't know why I named these things. It's just. Yeah. It was not a good idea. Look at. Underscore to look at. Comma. To look at upper bounds. And then false. And then underscore look duration. Yeah. So that'll call that. And then we have a little piece there. So there'll be the initial sound. I want to then have another empty one, which will be look at whole. We need to recompile so we actually get the thingamadoodle. The script should actually exist then. So we just gotta get waiting for this thing to work. Dun. Okay. Play. What am I looking at? So look at whole. Yeah. So then we go look at this, and then I want to. I'll probably make it just look at literally this thing, but I'll probably do a little bit higher. I'm looking from here. But it would be a little higher up, I think. So do I want that about, yeah, that's about the center of it. That should be good enough. Okay, so we're just gonna look at our own transform. Look to duration, let's say it's 0.5. I don't want it to be too long. And it should have like a delay. So it'll be like, boom, look. And so the initial sound will play at 0, 0. At 0 seconds. So boom, look. I think that's, yeah, that's probably half a second. And then whole opening will have the delay then of 1. And then we'll also have second sound. So I should actually, I'm gonna order these a little bit like just so that they're somewhat in order here. Now let's just check how this part works. Again, I need to drag look and hole, it's gonna be second, and then hole opening and second sound can all be there too. Okay. I can save that. This doesn't trigger though at any point now. So what I need to do is, I think on this guy, I had tutorial end room interactable. Yeah, so what I need here is a public, so it doesn't need to be public, it can be private, serialized field, private, to initiate actions, cinematic actions. So do the underscore there. And then what we're going to do is see cinematic actions dot execute. And, yeah. So we'll call the execute. We will trigger that happening. I just need to drag that basically into the options there, and then we'll trigger that whole thing. And then the other part that I want to do though is I need to hide certain elements on the HUD depending on if I'm in a cinematic. So we'll get to that though after we drag this. So here, cinematic actions, add one. It's the cinematic here. Okay. And yeah. Okay, so we'll save that. Then we just need to go to Screen Manager, which I'll just go to the menu scene to get that. And then there you go. Screen Manager. Okay, so not read paper screen. We're gonna go to HUD. And so I'd still definitely want dialogue line to happen, but I mainly just don't want the interact text, I think, to show up. Maybe turn center dot off too. Basically, I'm going to create an empty, and we're going to say hide in cinematic. Well, this just extend out. And then basically, I think center dot interact text. I don't know if I care about the center log. Probably let's just hide this console log. I could hide the stamina bar and these things. I don't know if I need to though. Probably just more. Just hide them all except for the dialogues. I think that, yeah, I think it's gonna look better if I hide them all. So then go set active property, go HUD, cinematic mode. So inverse. If it is in cinematic mode, we're hiding it. If it's not in cinematic mode, we're showing it. Okay. So save that. And then let's do a little testaroo. Dum, dum, dum. definitely need to update that at some point before I release the demo. Okay. I sort of let myself drive the oh, it looks silly, but it does technically work. Let's just give this another go. I might even just do a debug save of like me like right in front of it, because I'm gonna have to do this a lot. And just walking over here is killing time. So just debug save here. And see what this does. I feel like the yeah, my UI isn't hiding, so that's one thing. My mouse is not going back in. It's not. Think, yeah, so I probably want to wait a moment before I actually get there. Like, you should see it, and then it should explode, right? So I probably need to make that, like, the animation start at, like, 1.5, I think. That would probably be better. I need to investigate why the HUD is not hiding. In cinematic, enable mouse. Actually, the mouse is never enabled on the HUD, right? It's already disabled. Yeah, okay, that's why it was kind of weird there. So that part, don't care. The mouse should already be hidden. But the in cinematic is seemingly not doing anything. Let's go maximize here. Okay, so go to persistent, screen layer, HUD, hide in cinematic. Okay, resume. Yeah, it just never turns off. Oh my god, I never set the binding name. That's why. Cinematic mode. There we go. Yeah. Well, so that's fairly obvious why that wasn't working. We'll recompile. We'll fix the timing. I think I definitely want to change how that works. I feel like I was maybe looking too quickly as well. Let's see if I can slow it down a little bit and make that not so abrupt. Yeah, so let's go back to... Oh, no, I'm already in the interesting. Okay. Just forced it to load again. Okay. I got so laggy. Right, so we're gonna go to whatever's managing this. And then, so there's the initial sound, there's a look at hole. So we're gonna make this delay the duration, and also I'm gonna delay it a little bit longer. You don't even get to hear kind of the sound, and then you start looking over. Let's try that, and then let's try this happening at, I guess, 2.25 then, and then this happening also at 2.25. Okay. Let's go back, play, give it a little run through. See how it goes. I don't think I just quit looking. Okay. Yeah, the looking I think is definitely better. I think I need those crates need to go like twice as fast. It's just I think the actual looking part, like the moving of looking, is too slow, maybe a little bit. And yeah, the crates flying, it takes way too little time. It just feels silly. Pause it for a second. I wonder if I can. If I go to the animator here, I can actually just like just by two, just see what that does, and then besides that, the cloud just like T-posing you. Game. I edited that, and then I wanted to. I probably will reload. I'm gonna say, can I not? Can't change that runtime. That seems kind of silly. In the look at hole. Yeah, I think I did make that point. Let's make that 0.75. Just see what that feels like. Okay, so Yeah, I think the duration look over time was better that time. So make note, I need to change the look to duration to 0.75. The back crate looks silly. I'm gonna tweak that animation, I think, because yeah, it looks super silly. Duration wise, I'm not sure if it's too bad. It's just I don't know, something just looks really silly about it. So yeah, the other thing. Okay, so let's just go to here though first. Look at pull. Make this 0.75. I also like. It's interesting that this seems so quiet. I kind of want the initial sound to be a little bit quieter, and then it would be like a big boom. It actually happens. I mean, even though it's like try to pitch it up slightly, not very much though. I know like doing that can dramatically change the sound. But yeah, the biggest part, whole opening. Take the animation up here. So in blow up here. I don't know why. Like I guess it's so quick. It looks just silly-ish. Oh yeah, this part. Yeah, so this part is that it's sliding in here, right? So this position I think needs to be more over. All right, I wasn't editing. Okay, so this position, right? So let's drag it more over here. It does feel like it's just like, oh, I'm gonna get like, oh, perfect landing somehow, right? Like, it looks better there. I think I still want it to be a little bit more over visually. So I think at the end it should be a little bit higher. So it seems like it's in the staircase right now. It's definitely better, I think. Okay, I think I'm happy with that now. I think though I've made the animation like 2 times here. Probably don't need to make it that much faster. Just make it like 1.5 or something. Maybe not even. Maybe like 1.25. Let's see. See how that feels. Yeah, the same stuff is in here. Okay. The other thing I probably want to have happen here is there should be like a dust cloud or something of the like. I don't know if I have any dust. What do these look like? Oh, these are like particle ambient dust. Yeah, like just dust flying in the air. Not exactly what I'm looking for. I think I just want to check. I did actually download this. I'm surprised I didn't unzip it. I did. It's just over here. Okay. What does he have for audio? What is this license to? Very cool. Lower that down. Let's see. This is very light. Just gonna turn this off for a second. Impact punch. I feel like the heavies are not very heavy. Oh, explosion crunch. What's that? That one's not bad, maybe for the second one. It's kind of, I don't know. Yeah, these aren't like... Sorry, interesting sounds, but I don't know if they're... actually has door closing and openings, which not exactly the type of door noses that I needed. Yeah, it's like one of these I think was. Yeah, it doesn't sound too fiery almost, which is unfortunate. One last little thing. I want to look through this. Whooshing. Yeah. It's kind of what I expected. Okay. Might look at that later, but the thing that I actually cared about in here is there's a 2D explosion. Yeah, that's definitely not particles. Okay, this is all too cartoony. Particle pack. Yeah, it's like these type of things. This is what I want. Does he have? Is even Unity samples? Sure. You know what? Let's just import this. Shouldn't take too long. It doesn't seem too big. Particle samples. No, I don't. Did I already import some of this? Or why is it? I think I must have already imported this. I think I did it with the lights and then I just, yeah, then got import. Sure, let's just. Although if I did that, I would have thought that I'd have been able to see the dust. Any particle samples, prefabs, smoke. So it'd be kind of like this, but not exactly. We'll build it off of that, I think, though. So doesn't loop. Its duration is like, I don't know, 1. I don't know. Well, the emission, I'm just going to make it. It's not over time, but rather it's bursts, and it should make like 100. I don't know. Make 50. I can get the music back on now. Okay. So then play. Boom. Yeah, and so we just need to change the shape to be a bit wider. Should enable the gizmos again. Oh no, wait, sorry, not the cone or the radius, it's the angle, yeah. Like, yeah, so we can make more of the 100. Probably just have to make them bigger. Probably less of an angle. So I kind of want to live a little less time. Also be a little slower at the high end, I think. Okay, maybe I do want to live a little longer. Just slower. And boom. Boom. And let's make them a little bit bigger though. Maybe 2 to 3. Yeah, I think that. And then not plan away. Okay. And then the only other thing I need is, I don't know if I have a particle. I probably don't have a, no. It's a bindings thing, so no. Okay, I need to make an initiation script that script particle system play particle system. Alrighty. So we'll have another initiate thing that I can throw on there, and then I'll trigger the playing of a particle system. So it's just another base initiate. The main abstract class. All right, and then we just go and we make a. Oh, hey, Maddie. We have a Maddie girl joining us. At least kind of, if you guys can see her, but she's like just down there. Particle system underscore particle system. And on initiate, we just go dot play. Okay. You have to recompile. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay. Smoke. Go play particle system. And so when does this play again? 0.25. So let's just copy that. And then we have have them playing. We'll shoot the smoke out. And yeah. I'm actually thinking I might add a little, like, when you're getting to here, I think I'm kind of want to have like a little small line from Claire. It's like, all right, here we go. Kind of just like introducing it as a cinematic. And then there's the sounds. So I'll have to maybe add some more spacing at the beginning, but let's just give this a play for now and then see how much the smoke has changed it and just the other timing changes that I already did. Making sure that's all good before we kind of get into that. I didn't hook up the particle thing to play. Yeah. The boxes don't look like they're being thrown. They look like they're being moved still. So they're probably too slow. I guess it's just because my animator is so, like, in the scene view, it's so laggy that it looks slower. But maybe I just go to 2 and then see how that looks. Because yeah, they should just be like boom. Like they should probably just get like almost instantly get there. But this is obviously the transition. This should be really quick. And then the other thing was the smoke was not actually hooked up to the cinematic things to play, so it didn't play them. And smoke there. I think I do want to add that like little bit of dialogue, so I'm just gonna quickly add that at the beginning before I get too many things else set up after it. So let's go data. Let's go Axis on data. Yeah, some dialogues. This would be like more Clara talking to herself. Create a dialogue part, and then Clara add portal. And we need to just go to the localization tables. We need to go string table. We need to go Clara talking. And then we'll go Clara at portal. That's all right. Here we go. Oh, hey, Shake. Thanks for coming back and eating a biscuit. Still working on the cinematic. Nothing crazy has changed. So there's going to be an initiate dialog. It's going to be on the HUD screen. It's going to be Claret portal, which has to have the dialog line of Claret portal, and then the duration. I'm going to say 2, and then yeah, it will be. I've been showing it as far as it goes. I just need to tweak some more things. So Claret portal, delay 0. So this will play right away. I just need to now actually make it there. Let's go duplicate this and then drag this here, and then I need to make this now. Let's minimize this. I'm going to delay this by 1.5, and then basically I need to add 1.5 to every single one of these. Yeah. It's Stephen Joseph. So second sound, hole opening, look at hole. Did I have, do I have the smoke one? Yeah, so we have the smoke. It gets played there too. I'm actually not sure how this is going to work, but I want to just try. We'll throw him into here. With 1 second, create empty parent. We'll just. Okay. Oops. Actually, no, that's probably right. Okay, yeah, that's probably right. Set active. Give me this. Initial state inactive, and delay will be. We'll just say it 4 seconds. I mean, they're still there. I haven't done too much on them. We're gonna see Steve in a second. So he's gonna be climbing up here. Steve. I did say spawn, so spawn should be. I could actually make even this the default state. Or if I just, yeah, if I make this the default state, he does this and then he'll this to be very little of the last part. I guess like 0.99. I guess has exit time. It'll should complete and then it should just go. Yeah. So it'll spawn and then just transition into. Right. Okay. No. I guess it needs to have exit time. Okay. So it plays and then it goes into moving. See how that works. This might be odd for in the rest of the game, especially if you like spawn next to him. So I might regret this. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I don't know necessarily what's the hardest. This whole part where I've been doing all of these animations and everything's definitely been time consuming in that sense. I don't know if I'd necessarily say that's hard. Okay. He's totally gonna start like moving initially, isn't he? I'm gonna turn that off and then we'll see just how this works right now. Most joy. Probably like, well, I mean, like the thing that I'm the happiest that I set up right is this what I call the initiate system. Although I do not like that I called it the initiate system. It should be called like the activator system or something like that. Word wise, it's not the greatest, but it's just it's this thing that I made all these components based off of, that I can make a little small component that does something, and then I can hook it up to a bunch of actions and events and stuff. And that's how I've made this whole cinematic. You know? That's not half bad. Clara didn't have a voice there. That's because I just didn't put the negative sign there. It kind of crawled out of the hole in the wrong spot, but yeah, it needs to be a little bit more over. I think it's because I moved it, but I wasn't half bad, honestly. I mean, the procedural generation of the map was definitely really hard. Like, I spent quite a lot of time figuring out how all those pieces fit. And I'm still going to come back to it after I get this part kind of done. I still have a kind of a task sprint to set up doing that a little bit better, because I'm not happy totally with how the layouts are going. So clear up portal. All I have to do is speaker index -1. I did like how it's like, all right, here we go, and then the sounds came, then the explosion happened. Steve enabled, so I think I just need to actually make this there, and then I need to make him. I enable him for a second. Just rotated so that he's gonna initially face the player. And then what I kind of want to do next is create empty. I'm gonna go activate AI. And let's just check in there in animation. How long does the spawn action take? It takes 1.5 seconds. So these steps
There. Okay, so, or 1.2 seconds. Oh no, it takes 30 frames of the second. This is 30 frames per second. Okay, so this is actually like 1.6 seconds. Percentage-wise, I don't know. I'm trying to aim for kind of mid next year to release. Earlier better, but I got a lot of things to do, so. Okay. So what I want to do is component or enable, I think. Component enabled property. We're gonna drag. I need to drag a very specific component though, so let's just lock this for a second. Just like this. Go drag you, and then. Oh wait, no crap, the wrong thing. Toggle enable and initiate. That's what I want. Okay, and then I'm gonna toggle it enabled. It's gonna be, so if it's 4, so then it's gonna be like 5.5, I think, or something like that. Is when I'll turn this thing on. Yeah, I mean, especially when you're solo deving it. Cuphead had a lot of good visuals though, so that's probably what, and they have like a lot of bespoke things in it, so it's probably reasonable that it took that long. Because like every single one of their boss fights is very unique, and like handcrafted and everything. I imagine when I get to the director fights that I do, those are probably going to take quite a long time as well, just because they will have more unique mechanics and such. Okay, set them inactive. Do that. What I actually might do is, can I go this creature controller? I don't know if I can create a variant, can I? Is there like an animator variant? It's an animator override controller. Try this. Feature tutorial. I just want to see what this is. Oh, you can just override their animations, but it keeps the controller. Oh, that's cool. Not what I need, but that's cool. You had like one state machine you wanted to use across a bunch of different guys, but then no, that'd be cool. I don't need that though, so I'm gonna delete it. But basically, what I want to do, yes, I want to set this back to the default, but I do want to make a different one. Creature tutorial, and he's gonna go in here. So I'll override this one for this spot, and then in this specific creature tutorial, then I can set this as the default state. In which he should then basically go roar pretty quickly. It's pretty much all scripting. This isn't block scripting. This is just state machines that handle the animations and stuff. It's all code. The although I guess you could argue the components that I use are kind of like little blocks, but yeah. Oh crap, it's 7:10 already. Should be looking at wrapping up somewhat soon, but I do want to check that this kind of works. All right, let's give this a good old-fashioned try. You want to try to cook a bead on FL Studio. I have no idea, man. Whatever you want to make. Can I actually run through? I can run through. Can he run through there? Yeah, he can. Interesting. You know, that's almost there. I'm getting null ref. It's null refing. Oh, save monster. Okay. This is an enemy. Yeah, okay, so if nav point is null, then it's not going to happen. Which exact line is the 134? 134 here. So either save data is null, which is actually quite possible. Let's just say, yeah, or underscore save data equals null. I think that's probably it. Final references. You can assume it's probably gets set in like, yeah, in a init, and it's not getting initted in this version. Okay, yeah, so that's fine. So do that. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. What was I doing? I was going to. I'm just gonna, so fix that. I need to recompile. I felt like I could still move after when I was doing the dialogue, which was kind of weird. So I'm gonna check that again. Was that so like it like there was like a dot or something when you were kind of near the enemy or something? Like it would show a dot if there was like an enemy in proximity. Was the idea? Was that the idea of that one? It's been a while since I watched anyone play it. There I go. Yeah, I can look. Still look while I'm doing it. Okay, interesting. He takes a moment, but okay. Yeah, nothing's baked here as well, so he's gonna probably be a little weird. Yeah, so he's just gonna run through everything. But I think the obvious thing there. So I can probably even not even need the thing of putting you back here. At that point, I might just have the dialogue of Lynn say, "Run to the get in the portal," and then I'll have like a objective for going into the portal as well. And yeah, then I'm through here. So yeah, let's check with the lighting. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Okay. What I might so the yeah, I thought it's something like that, where like you'd have an item that you could drop, and then you could use it to distract people. It's more that first I'd actually have to have reasons to do that, right? Like right now you can kind of get around the monsters without having to do that. So they also don't have any hearing or anything like that right now. They kind of just purely work off sight. I want to see if I make this like 5. I just want to see if he like gets up and roars quicker. It might be a little bit better movement wise. The other thing is Y is HUD. So when I set an input blocker for my thing here, this is true. Should be adding the blocker flag, and then handle blocker state. Right, no input or UI input. Right, okay, so I actually should be doing no input blockers. Or cinematic. No, nothing. You do nothing. Okay. There we go. So that's probably why I could still move. Yeah, I definitely have some things like that, but at least not for Steve. I don't really have that much yet, but that is probably something I'll build in eventually. I think I'm probably gonna go for another 5 minutes, and then just for another 5 to 8 minutes, and then I'll probably just wrap up and not raid today, because I just really want to get this in a better state. Okay, so smashes, he opens it, he is looking at you. Right, so the other two parts that I want to do is there should be a part where Flynn is going to then say, hey, run. Now technically, this is Flynn yelling at you, but I'm going to just go put it in dialogue here, because I don't know, it makes sense, I guess, to me. Or get out of here. I guess get to the portal. Okay, and then we're gonna go fix object name, I guess. So then I'm gonna make another localization table. Lynn. Greetings, Foxello. How is he doing? Jump, Skevin, lurk. Okay. Get to the portal. That's weirdly sometimes. HUD display duration, say 3. Should be okay. Wanted to check in, yeah. Excited for our collaboration tomorrow. I still need to message you about some, like, I don't know if you have like rough times for like each portions of this, but I probably should prepare for that a little bit more than I have. I've been listening to a lot of things. I just haven't like written anything down, which is probably not the best, but yeah. Oh, Flynn and dialogue. Sweet. Sweet. Okay. So then this would be instead would be Flynn get to the portal, and it will have dialogue character of Flynn, who is in persistent tracking. Okay. And yeah, it's HUD transform, and that's all good. And then the other part that I wanted to do is I need to have an initiate a objective. So I need to make a new objective. So I'm gonna select this. I'm just gonna like duplicate, I guess. I don't know. Which objective survive? And so we're gonna go to objectives. Survive objective. We're just gonna call. I guess I should call this title. Survive. So we survive objective. Escape through portal. Escape through portal. And then the next one would be find a safe place. Or find somewhere safe. Yeah, okay, and then so this I would go to ruins. Yeah, so let's just open this thing up. Gonna change this to escape through portal. And this is find somewhere safe. Not in the plans of it's not co-op. There might be like I might make like an endless mode or something like that, but I don't plan on making anything else. I'm gonna actually delete this. I'm gonna duplicate this, and then we're gonna go escape through portal. And then so this will be survival, escape through portal. This is gonna be find somewhere safe. And then we have 3 minutes left. We're gonna escape through portal. We only have 2 objectives. This one's gonna be hidden. It's not gonna unhide anything because nothing's after it for now. And this one is gonna unhide this. And then we need to make some tags. So let's go game tags. Let's go add escaped through portal and tag, and then found underscore safe underscore zone and tag. Okay, and then these guys are going to just use those tags. So this one is escape through portal, and this one's going to be found unsafe zone. Okay. This one shouldn't be actually hidden because it's the start one, and then we'll save, and then what I want to do is then over here we're going to go create an empty start escape objective. And I'm going to do that exactly whenever I do the Flynn dialogue, I guess. So Steve enabled, then this one is on 5. So let's do both of these at 5, I guess. Init objective. Oh, no, not that. Objective. We're going to go and grab. It never shows me. Survive. Delay. Yeah, I'm gonna make it. Let's do 5, and then here as well. Gonna do 5, or maybe 5.5, and then 5.5, and then the cinematic. I'm gonna say. You should end at, I'm going to say 5.6, which just so that everything has to have happened, and you can't just like get in the portal somehow if you're doing this really quick. So activate AI. I need 2 more things. It's going to be the dialogue, and then that. Okay, so we're going to save that. And just do one last little try. Yeah, I mean, the co-op multiplayer would be a new game if I was going to do that. I would not make that as like an addition to this existing game. I'd just make a different game that had like Morse code mechanics and stuff. But the other one, like an endless survival, that could be possible, like a expansion or something. But it's not going to be in the base game. Here we go. This new objective is fine. Escape through the portal. Sweet. And then, all right, I don't do the... Yeah, so I still need to do this side of the animation, because I find to do something when you come through here, and the monster like tries to get you, and then like the portal turns off, and then like it gets cut in half. So I'm still gonna do that, but got to do that another time. But you know, that first part, that I'm pretty happy with how that section works. The crates are still a little funky, but you know, I haven't really heard about that. I haven't followed Dr. Disrespect for a while. I just hear that he constantly does crazy, silly things and gets banned for it. But I'm sure there's another side to the story too. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up there. I gotta go take care of kiddos. I'm already a little bit late. So thank you so everyone for watching, and I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. And then after tomorrow's stream, we're actually going to do another thing with Fox Hollow, where I'm going to debate whether or not AI art is good in video games. So that's going to be a fun, spicy little debate. So we'll see you guys all then.